Okay, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I appreciate that. Sorry about last week. It was a really odd situation where I was actually out of town on business for a week, and my wife, who's got an awesome YouTube channel, who I will link to, Pages and Polish. She's amazing, and I love her. She was just like, oh, don't worry about it. Just, just film it on your iPhone and upload it. And I don't know how to do that. Apparently that's a thing, but I guess I just need to use iMovie or something, but news to me. So that's why there was no video last week about The Walking Dead, but I am totally back this week. So I'm going to start out with let's see. Going to start out with a little bit of a not spoiler review for what happened this week. There's some zombies and some stuff happened. And that pretty much sums up the non-spoiler review. Now to actually get into what's going on. So it starts out, and Rick and Michonne, they're still together. They were waking up in bed like they did in season 6, only it's not quite as good, and they're very distant, and I mean, like, even their body language and body positioning, they're just very distant from everything. Then we go to Eugene, and he is just broken down right now. I mean, Abraham finally got to a point where he accepted him, he forgave him, everything that happened that led to that. By the end of season 6, Abraham was he liked Eugene. He was happy that Eugene was part of the team. And then Abraham got beaten to death right in front of him. So Eugene's still kind of a mess, because I think that the one thing that this season right now where we're at in this is 2 or 3 days or something like that after where season 6 left off. This starts literally right after. So it's kind of understandable why he's still in pretty rough shape, pretty rough place. And then Negan shows up, and easy peasy lemon squeezy, Lucille, zombie, smash, gone. This was kind of a rough episode for all the Alexandria folks for many different reasons. Negan's guys, they go through and they take everything that they want. They start with taking all of the guns. That was pretty much a given. I didn't think that they were going to leave the guns. They could have taken the food. They didn't. So, okay. They took the mattresses. I think they ended up saying that they took most of the mattresses, but from the characters that they showed, all of the characters that we actually know, all of the non-extras, their mattresses are gone. And at the end of the episode, that really sucked when you found out that they were just being taken just so they could be burned. That's all that the Saviors wanted. They just wanted to make these guys, they just wanted to make the people in Alexandria's lives miserable. So they just burned them for no reason. Well, I guess there was a reason. It was to prove that they could. That, why do people in power do a lot of the stuff that they do? It's because they're in power, and it's because they can do this. A couple of things that really kind of stood out to me: the camera sequence where Negan finally gets to see Rick's interview with Deanna from earlier when they first made it to Alexandria. And that's not exactly something that you'd probably want to see, to have your biggest enemy to see you in a pretty vulnerable, weak state like that, which is kind of how they were when they got to Alexandria, because they wanted to be in there desperately, and that was part of the little dog and pony show that they had to go through to actually get in there. So that scene stuck out to me. I thought it was awesome the introduction of Father Gabriel. As soon as, nobody actually flat out said Maggie's dead. And they definitely implied that to Negan, and he actually, he is such an asshole. He is such a jerk. But I root for him, and I think that's mostly because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just awesome. But the scene with Maggie where they made it seem like, Gabriel had dug a grave that we find out was not used for anything. That was just, it was all for show. The Negan and Carl scene, that was pretty intense and pretty awesome, where Carl is just really, he's kind of standing up and he's saying, no, you're not just doing this, you're not just taking everything from us. And in the end, Rick kind of has to just, it's a rough pill to swallow, but Rick has to tell him, no, they take what they want, they get what they want whenever they want, you just give it to them. The one thing that I really didn't, almost the toughest scene for me was the scene when, what the heck's her name? Enid. There's that one dick who's just a jerk about the balloons. Like, that I didn't like. I mean, she is... I don't like that. I don't like bullies at all. And that guy was completely bullying her. I did not like that. Spencer, something bad's going to happen with him somehow. Something bad either is going to happen to him or is going to happen to the rest of the Alexandria people as a result of him. And I guess the biggest thing for that is he wasn't actually there. He's not part of the group that actually saw Abraham and Glenn get violently beat to death with a barbed wire covered baseball bat. He didn't see that. So it's easy for him to just, anytime anybody leaves Alexandria, anytime somebody walks away, there is a chance that they will not be coming back and you will not see them again. So for him, it's the fact that, oh no, that sucks. Two people who were vitally important to us left and they didn't come back. I think he would have a much different view on everything had he actually been one of the people that was there. And the fact that he's stealing guns, I mean, that's not horribly surprising, because I don't think that he's trying to do anything maliciously bad about this, but still, I've got to imagine that Rick said who it was that took the guns, because, well, Negan asked, and he doesn't really seem to be the kind of person who, just asks idly. I think he actually wanted an answer, and I'm sure he got an answer. I thought it was really sad when Rick actually went to Michonne and took the rifle from her that she was practicing with. Again, I understood why. I understood why Rick felt like he had to do that, but that kind of sucked. One thing that's kind of been bugging me, and I guess at first, my first thought, anytime somebody would ask Daryl a question and he wouldn't answer, my first thought was just like, oh my god, these sick bastards cut his tongue out, or broke his jaw, or did something horrible like that. But I think my mind I went to a dark place, because these are really, really, really insanely dark people. I'm sure it's nothing like that. I'm sure that this is just, Daryl's pride. That's kind of the big thing about Daryl. Negan wanted him to break. He wants to break him, and he hasn't yet. That's the one thing he's got going for him. He is still saying, he's not saying that he's Negan, and that's kind of Daryl's thing right now. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. I don't know. I guess the thing is, I don't know how there can be an out for Daryl with respect to this. I don't know how he can get out of this, because, again, Negan, he doesn't seem to want to let people go. If he in some way ends up as your overlord or whatever the hell you want to call him. He doesn't seem like the kind that's just like, oh no, you do you're fine, you win. He doesn't seem to like losing. Another thing that I took away from this was Rick finally is at least acknowledging the fact that Judith is not his. It was Shane's. And that still, he's trying to keep this innocent little baby alive, and that's one of the things that keeps him going. And I liked that. Rosita, when she was out with Spencer, and she did what she had to do to try to get a gun, the way that this ended with her asking Eugene to make her a bullet, though, on one hand it's like, oh my god, somebody's actually going to try to stand up, and on the other hand it's like, oh my god, somebody is actually dumb enough to try to stand up. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Could not believe that they actually let Negan, or Jeffrey Dean Morgan, whatever you want to say, I could not believe they actually let him use the line about and you thanked me for it. That, the charisma that Jeffrey Dean Morgan has in this, he was born to play this. It's great. I'm enjoying this season, and I cannot wait to see where it goes, and hope you guys are enjoying it as well. If you liked this, like it, please like the video, give me a comment, subscribe, do anything like that. Check out my wife's channel. She's pretty awesome. She's also, let's see, there's a video where I did her makeup, and she also actually did makeup on me. Worked out unbelievably well for me, because these are very, very, very thick, so I couldn't see anything until well after the fact. I don't know, it was a lot of fun, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.